Hello, welcome back to my channel and a special welcome if you're new here. My name is Jen. I'm a certified weight loss and nutrition coach. And today we're talking about 5 foods that make you fat and 5 foods that don't. So if you are excited for today's video, give it a big, huge thumbs up. And if you're new or you haven't yet subscribed, I would love to have you here. Hit the subscribe button and don't forget to click the bell right next to it so you never miss a single video. Check out the description box down below for nutrition coaching. I do offer personalized to you macros and calories. Highly, highly recommend. You have to know what you should be eating to see success. And if you want to chat with me directly, I offer one-on-one coaching as well. Links, discounts to all my favorite healthy things are also down in that description box. So let's jump into 5 foods that make you fat and 5 foods that don't. As we get older, it's natural that we're going to gain some weight. Or is it? Is it impossible to age and not gain weight? No, we can certainly do what we have to do to make that not happen. We can try to live a healthier lifestyle. We can make some simple changes, reducing your intake of specific foods, getting 6 to 8 hours of sleep every night, getting in some exercise and a little less TV time, all indicators that you're going to gain less weight as time moves on. There are 5 foods that are linked to heavy weight gain, and there are 5 foods that are linked to less than average weight gain. As we get older, it seems like packing on the pounds is much easier. So by eating these 5 foods a little bit more and these 5 foods a little bit less, you can see that weight gain settle out a little bit and not be as dramatic as it would be if we were making the best food choices, if we're not getting in our sleep and our exercise. So let's first chat about the 5 foods that make you fat. Food number 1 are potato chips. And there's a reason for this. Not only are potato chips a strictly carbohydrate food, they're generally fried in not the most healthiest of oils. Now you can find some potato chips fried in a healthier oil. It's a thinly sliced carby potato fried in oil, taking that healthy potato and turning it into maybe not the healthiest version of a potato. And not to mention that potato chips are loaded with sodium. They're very, very easy to overeat. Who do you know that can eat 1 serving of a potato chip? It's generally handful after handful after handful, and the next thing you know, the entire bag of potato chips is gone and you've consumed 2,000 calories. Food number 2 are other potatoes. Now, I don't want potatoes to get a bad rap. The reality is that the potato itself isn't the issue. It's what we're putting on the potato. All the butter, the sour cream, the bacon, the cheese, the chives, all of that adds up to a really calorically dense meal. And we don't generally just eat a potato as a meal. It's generally a side dish or a pairing with another calorie dense option like a protein source, maybe some vegetables on the side. But when we're eating potatoes, we're generally not eating that as our meal. And it's not the potato itself. Actually, potatoes are very good for you. They're high in fiber, protein. They're a good carbohydrate that your body's able to digest, but it's what we're putting on the potatoes that put potatoes on the list of one of the 5 foods that can actually make you gain weight because they can be so calorically dense. The fact that they're paired with other foods that encompass a meal makes that meal pretty high in calories and unhealthy saturated fat. Next up is sugar sweetened beverages. Drinking your calories is not the way to go. Now I know that there's a time and a place for a good Coke or Pepsi or maybe a Gatorade, but the majority of what you are consuming every day when it comes to beverages and liquids should be 0 or low calorie options. Things like water that you've flavored with maybe some lemons or some lime, sparkling water, black coffee. Beverages that don't make you drink your calories. We're not getting any nutritional value from sugary beverages. And in fact, our brain doesn't recognize that we've consumed these. So it still triggers us that we're hungry. It doesn't recognize that we actually consumed a sugary beverage, that it's calories that have been added to our body. It can do quite the opposite. It can make us crave additional sugar, and it just doesn't signal our brain that we're full and that we've consumed a meal. So you don't have to eliminate or restrict anything, just really watch the amount of calories that you're drinking every day in the form of sugary beverages. Next up is unprocessed red meat. And this is quite sad. This is things like hamburger, steak, pot roast. It's not that you again have to eliminate or restrict anything. These are generally higher in calories and higher in saturated fat. So instead of having unprocessed red meats every night for dinner, have them 1 or 2 nights a week. Gravitate towards lean cuts of meat, things like fish, chicken, turkey, even shellfish, rather than having unprocessed red meats for every meal. Now, again, you don't have to eliminate or restrict, just in moderation. And again, focus on those lean proteins. And this goes hand in hand with number 5 on the list, and this is processed meats, especially things like lunch meats that contain nitrates and nitrites, that are heavily processed, and that all of the good for you portion of an unprocessed meat is taken out in those processed meats. If you're someone that enjoys a sandwich for lunch, you can make some easy changes like cooking up your own ham, turkey, or chicken and slicing that up and putting that on your sandwich rather than the processed deli meat or processed meats in general. This also includes things like sausage, chicken sausage links, pork sausage links, and bacon. Again, you don't have to eliminate, but just watch the amount of processed meats that you're eating and try to make some healthier changes. Healthier shifts, again, cooking your own meat at home, slicing it up, putting it on your sandwich, or better yet, make yourself a tuna fish, a canned salmon, or an egg salad sandwich in place of those processed meats. Now that I've broke your heart with the 5 foods that actually lead to weight gain, let's chat about the 5 foods that actually can lead to weight loss. 1 are vegetables. We've been told to eat our vegetables ever since we were little kids, and this couldn't be more true. Vegetables are packed with vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, fiber. It is so important to get in your daily fiber every day. 25 grams for women, 35 grams for men is what is recommended, and vegetables can help you get in that fiber. And what's great about vegetables, besides all of their nutrients, vitamins, fiber, they are not a calorie dense food. So you can eat a lot of vegetables for very little calories. So fill up half your plate with vegetables, a quarter of your plate with protein, a quarter of your plate with whole grains, and you have a well-rounded meal, and that half a plate of vegetables will get in all those vitamins and minerals and nutrients and save you a lot of calories. Number 2 are whole grains. Eat bread, eat rice, eat whole grains. Just choose healthier options. Instead of white rice, have brown rice. Instead of white Wonder Bread, choose the whole grain or the sprouted bread. Make substitutions, but make sure you're getting in whole grains. Things like whole grain bread and oatmeal are excellent choices for breakfast and lunch, and our bodies need carbohydrates. So we definitely don't want to restrict or eliminate those, just choose healthier options. Number 3 is fruit, and I feel like fruit gets a bad rap. People think that fruit actually makes you gain weight, and it is quite the opposite. I did an entire video on does fruit make you fat? I will link that down below for you. But eat fruit. Fruit is good for you, and yes, it contains sugar, but it's naturally occurring sugar, which is very different than the sugar found in a Reese's peanut butter cup. Eat fruit with your meals for vitamins, nutrients, and fiber, and use fruit as a sweet treat in place of processed sweet treats like cookies and brownies and cakes. Gravitate towards fruit. It'll satisfy that sweet tooth, and it's a much healthier option. The next food on the list that helps you lose weight is actually nuts. They are a calorie-dense food, but they pack so many healthy properties, healthy fats, protein, and nuts are very, very good for you. Now, if you're not a big fan of just eating nuts by the handful, you can add them to things like homemade trail mix. You can pop some nuts or seeds on a salad. I love a good sunflower seed or a sliced almond on a salad, but eating nuts is a good bang for your calorie buck. Even though they're higher in calories, they come with so many beneficial properties. They keep you full and satisfied, which leads you to eating less calories, which leads you to losing weight. And last on the list is yogurt. Now, yogurts vary in whether or not they are deemed to be a healthy option or a not healthy option. All of these fruit on the bottom, yogurts filled with added sugar, those you should eat far less often, and you should really gravitate towards plain whole milk, Greek yogurt or Greek yogurt that is packed with protein. Watch the number of grams of sugar. 9 grams or less is ideal. You can certainly sweeten up plain Greek yogurt with honey, maple syrup, agave, fruit, nuts, granola. You can make non-fat yogurt taste pretty good by just doctoring it up a little bit. But there are a lot of nutritional benefits when it comes to dairy, and especially when it comes to yogurts because of its probiotic properties. You don't have to only eat the 5 foods that cause weight loss or that are considered healthier, and you don't have to eliminate or restrict the 5 foods that are deemed to cause weight gain. Everything in moderation. Make sure that you're choosing off the list of the 5 foods more often than you're choosing off of the list of the 5 foods that lead to weight gain, and you'll be able to curtail that little bit of weight that creeps on year after year, especially as we age, and you'll be feeding your body all the vitamins, minerals, and fiber that it needs to be balanced and function at its highest capacity. So if you enjoyed today's video and you found it helpful, give it a big huge thumbs up. And if you're new or you haven't yet subscribed, I would love to have you here. Hit the subscribe button and don't forget to click the bell right next to it so you never miss a single video. I upload every Tuesday and Thursday, so you definitely don't want to miss out. Check out the description box down below for nutrition coaching and links and discounts to all of my favorite healthy things. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.